Welcome to the channel. So, been a very hectic week for me, so I haven't really been able to record this past week. But today's a whole new week, so I'm able to fit everything on my schedule. So what it is that what I wanted to talk to you guys about is about how you guys are stronger than when you think you are, right? Funny thing happened during last week. Is that I usually, deadlift, my max has been 315, right? I've been stuck on it pretty much for a good 2 to 3 weeks already, so I haven't been able to go past it. But I realized something. What really happened is that I was mostly scared of injuring myself, and it's not that I was not getting stronger, it's just that it's just on my mind. 315 was my limit, and 315 was just something that that's all I could do physically. That's all I could do. So funny thing happened. So what happened is that I was in the gym. I was doing my variations of a sumo lift, and I landed at 315, right? Then somehow in my mind I said, you know what, fuck it, let's go, let's rep it out. So I braced myself and just ripped it out. So I was able to do 315 for 5. Now, as soon as I was done with that, I dropped the weight, took my belt out, and I realized something. I realized that I was actually stronger than what I thought I was. For me to, have that block in my mind and say, I can only do 1 rep for 315, and then from one day to the other, be able to rep out 5. And I probably could have gone a little more if I was just kind of like, once I was able to lift 1 or 2 more reps out, I was kind of shocked, so I kept on going. But then it kind of started sinking, and then I kind of stopped, right? But that just made me realize that we all have this block in our mind, and sometimes our mind tells us don't do this, or you can't do this. But then in reality, your body is able to adapt to, so much stress, and your body is able to adapt to all these things that you're putting it through. As long as you guys are safe, have a proper nutrition. But thing is that, I was kind of shocked, that I was able to lift that amount of weight for that amount of reps. So then what I went ahead is I just put, a temp plate on each side, and I was able to rep that out. Now, mind you, this is on the sumo deadlift. So I haven't really tried the conventional until pretty much yesterday. So that's the footage that you guys are about to see. And same thing, this time what happened is that, at 315, I kind of braced myself and I was able to rep it out. This time I only went up to 3. But then when I put the 10-pounder, I started to think of, of work, and it was just like so much things crossing my mind at that point in time that I wasn't really focused. So you guys will see me fail at the 335. Now, I failed, and in my mind, I'm like, I was able to sumo, the deadlift before, so I can and I will lift this 335. So what I did is I turned off the camera, I shook it off, took off my watch, turned off my phone, and I was just, focused, right? I was looking at the 335, and I just focused and lifting, and I said, you know what, I can do it, I can do it. So then what I did, I paced around for like 5 minutes, drank some water, and then I came back. So this time around, I said, you know what, I'll lift this 335 no matter what. So what I did is, I focused, I got in, I braced myself, and I was able to lift this 335. But that's just to my point. When we are not focused, when we are not on that mindset, we will have those limitations. So your mind pretty much is your limit, right? So whatever you're really thinking, and if you're saying that you cannot do it, then you will not be able to do it. But once you start saying, I can do it, you guys will be able to do it. So just a little background. I did have some herniated disc problems. That was like 10 years ago, when I had an accident. So that's why I've always been scared of doing the deadlift. That's one of the exercises that I'm still shy on doing, so I know that I can do a lot more, but it's just that I've always been shy about it because of that problem. So I'm scared of injuring myself. But lately, I just been putting that on the back of my head. And obviously, as long as I keep it safe and keep correct form, that's why on the deadlift, most of the time I film myself, because I want to be able to find out if my back is straight enough, if I'm doing something wrong, and I'm able to correct it right away versus, waiting until I snap my back, right? Until I get a trip to Snap City. So I've been, recording myself and, perfecting my form and being able, to produce more force in going up. So yeah, so I mean, that's what I really wanted to let you guys know is that, don't be scared, work around your injuries. Your mind is your limit. So whatever you really put your mind into, then you will be able to do it. The whole point of resistance training is to do something that is difficult, something that you're not comfortable. Be ready, to be comfortable with the uncomfortable, right? Make sure that you guys pick exercises not because that's what that's what you know how to do, right? A lot of people skip the squat, or a lot of people skip this the deadlift, and they go to the Smith machine or they go to the leg press because they are afraid of injuring themselves. Start slow. Start with just a bar or just our body weight. And from then on start moving up. But thing is that what, it's hard for you in the gym. That's what's really going to change it. That's what's going to improve. If you guys keep avoiding all that, then you're not going to get as much change as you would as if you really tackle those challenges that you have. So make those weaknesses your strengths, guys. So that's it for now. I will have a couple of announcements later on this week. I'm still working on the logistics of it. But keep on watching the channel. If you guys like the channel, please like and subscribe. See you.